your shoulders drop. Let your back become tall but not stiff, and simply notice our breath. So beginning from the base of the spine, bring your breath all the way up to the sky through your head, and exhale, bringing it all the way down and out the sit bones. And rather than forcing this breath or slowing it down deliberately, let it slow down on its own today. The birds and I are going to compete for vocal today. As much as I can, I'm going to let you listen to the birds instead of me. And see what starts to happen in your body as you pay attention to simply your breath, or not simply, as you pay attention to your breath. See if you can let the other thoughts in your head kind of settle down. They do not need to go away. We're just going to pay less attention to them. We're going to bring that attention to our breathing. We're going to do a weird little bumblebee breath today, so perfect for spring. So what it looks like is this. I'm going to do it first because once you plug your ears, you can't hear me. So we're going to put our thumbs very gently on our ears, not sticking them in there, just closing a little bit, and then bringing our hands over our eyes just a little bit. So again, we're not blinding ourselves, just limiting what we're seeing. And we're going to give a soft little hum, like where it tickles your lips a little bit. And it can be audible or not. And this is called deprivation of some senses, and it's part of the yoga practice. And the reason is that we start to focus on one thing about our senses rather than letting them all pull us in different directions. So this would be our hearing, maybe, or our, I don't know, our mouth, I don't know. But definitely getting rid of our outside hearing and getting inside our own head. Maybe you notice while you're here, if you swallow, it makes a bigger noise. Kind of vibrates within your own head. And then let go of the eyes, but keep them closed. And then let go of the ears and begin to notice the sounds that might be around you. Maybe the sound of my voice, and maybe the sounds inside your house, maybe the sounds outside here. We'll gently blink our eyes open, but we'll keep our gaze downward. And we'll bring our two peace fingers out to the sides. This is a connection with the earth, so it's kind of like a grounding exercise. And our arms are straight, but they're pressing right down into the earth. And we're supposed to feel a connection here with the earth and ourselves, as though we were one thing. And then looking downward, notice one thing that you can see right now. Maybe take a little bit of a closer look at it. One thing you can feel with your fingers, probably the earth, maybe something else. One thing you can smell, and one thing you can taste, even if it's nothing, okay? And one thing you can hear. This is a grounding exercise for when we get a little bit flustered or feel kind of out of sorts, which sometimes happens when we're kind of deprived of human interaction. Get a little spacey, I guess. So one thing you can hear, feel, touch, hear, feel, see, smell, and taste is a way to bring yourself back into your body. Now let your arms rest anywhere that feels comfortable. We'll begin with some nice wide torso circles. Just going as far as you can comfortably and just noticing those muscles waking up a little bit. My gardening muscles are waking up today. Have you too, Kat?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go the other way. And try and get myself out there again today, see what happens. And then come back nice and tall back to center when you feel like you're even. Bring our right arm out to the side and our left arm all the way up overhead. And on our exhale, bend that bottom elbow and reach as far as you can overhead. On the inhale, sweep it up tall so you're coming out of your hips and over to the other side. And then reach again nice and tall to center. And we're going over one more time. This time we're going to hold here. And on our inhale, we'll just stay right where we are. And on the exhale, we're going to reach a little bit further, reaching out of the hip and through the fingertips. And then inhale really, really wide up to the sky and over to the other side. Take a breath here on your exhale. Pull a little bit more, pushing that opposite hip down to the ground. And inhale all the way up to the sky. Both arms will come up together facing each other now. And on your exhale, we'll bring one in front and one in back. Doesn't matter which one. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, pull the belly in and twist. Inhale again, lengthening right where you are. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Pull belly into spine. And on your inhale, next inhale, come on back up. And arms come back to the sky. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, pull the belly muscles in and twist. Feels like awesome. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time, stay here. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Pull it in. And release on your inhale. Let it fill. Arms come back up to center. And exhale, bring them down all the way down like flying bird. Bring it back behind you a little bit. So you open up the heart. Flip the palms. Inhale. Lift back up to the sky. Exhale, push it down. See, I told you you'd get warm. Yes. Inhale, lift it up. They started out with sweaters and now they're in their shirts. Exhale all the way down. One more time, all the way up to the sky. And this time on our exhale, we'll bring hands into the heart and bring them together right down into the heart center. Think about one thing that you'd like to get out of your yoga practice today, one thing that you'd like to feel. Maybe just a little bit of relief or a little release of something, maybe a little quiet. Whatever it is, set that intention deep down inside your heart. And then gently blink the eyes open. We're going to come onto all fours. So beginning in our cat-cows today. A little lumpy on the ground, but it's a little softer than the yoga studio floor actually. So on our inhale, we drop our belly down and make our back into a nice U shape. Beautiful, Amy, and look up as you inhale. And as you exhale, pull, 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 pull it all up, rounding down like you're making an upside down U with your body and getting all the air out. Follow your own breath as you go from cat to cow, from exhale to inhale. If you like the way one of them feels and you want to settle there for a couple of breaths, that's totally okay. This is your wake up, so you pick what you want your body to feel or how it feels. If you like it, stay there. If you don't like it, move on to something else. It's supposed to be fun. And come to your stillness when you feel ready into your tabletop position. We're going to keep our left knee down and we're going to bring our right leg back. See how that works for you this morning on the bumpy grass. And instead of lifting up, we're going to keep it in a nice straight line. Flex the foot really strong, turn the toes down and push through that back heel. Nice. Notice how your body shifts a little for the weight. Now take your left arm forward. And you're in a nice straight line from fingertip to heel. Nice. Keep your breath coming. Keep reaching forward, pulling back, making this an active, even though it's still, pose. And then bring it back down. Left arm down, right knee down. And swap it out. First, just the leg. Turn the toes down. Reach long through the heel. Flat in the back. And then when you feel ready, bring the right arm forward. You can do palm face up here, or thumb face up, or palm face down, whichever is most balancing for you, but try to relax the shoulder away from the ear. Keep pulling, pulling, pulling. One more nice long pull. Lengthen in the arm, lengthen in the leg. And then bring it on back down. Both knees down to the ground. And once more, we're going to do a little cat-cow to reset the spine. Let's open up the knees a little bit and bring the hips back onto the heels. And then reach your shoulders, your arms forward. So Amy, I'm thinking about your shoulders here. And maybe it's better in this case to do reverse or another child's pose, I can't remember it, bringing the palms face up behind you. So this is also just a nice feeling. If you like this, you can do this one instead. So one is with your arms out, one is with your arms back. It really does not matter. What you want to go for here is a nice stretch in your back. So maybe you want to shift gently side to side, the hips from left to right. We're going to place our elbows down onto the ground, so our whole forearm is down there. And we're going to slide ourselves back up, staying as low as possible, all the way up into our flat back. Then we'll tuck our toes and we'll move our knees forward so they're in line with our feet and coming into our downward facing dog. Amy, how's that feel on your shoulder?
It feels fine.
Okay. Okay, so we won't spend too much time here in our downward facing dog, but I just want you to pedal out for just a moment, see how it feels. And today we're going to plant the feet a little bit wider than usual towards the edges of the mat. And instead of walking the feet forward, we're going to walk our hands back. We're in our forward fold with nice soft knees, letting the body hang, letting the head hang with a nice wide-legged stance. And we'll start to sway just a little bit more to each side, so rounding around to one side and then the other. Staying nice and low, getting a nice twist in the middle body. Now let the head drop completely, let the fingertips touch the earth if they can, or if they do naturally. And then round yourself up, keep bending in the knees. We're gonna come all the way up to standing nice and slow. For the first good morning stretch, arms come all the way up to the sky. Bring the feet closer together if you like. Trees in the way. Exhale to your forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, so make your back into a flat table, shoulders away from ears. Let's hold this for just a moment and make sure we get kind of into it just a little bit. So knees are straight, but they're not locked. Try not putting too much pressure on the legs with your hands. In fact, maybe you want to try your arms behind and see how that feels. Put a whole lot more work in your belly here. And on your exhale, let it come down all the way down to the ground. Roll up nice and easy, one vertebra at a time to stand back up into mountain pose. Arms come back up to the sky. This time we're going to take one wrist and come over to one side. And inhale, lift it up nice and tall. Come over to the other side. Back up tall to center, opening our arms nice and wide for a back bend. Look up to the sky. And inhale again. And lower down to the ground again. Forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, nice and smooth. Just one breath in. Exhale to your forward fold. Roll it up again, nice and easy. Inhaling all the way up, taking your time. Arms reach up overhead. And over to one side. Let it go with your exhale. Nice breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach it up again. Gentle back bend, open arms. And back up to the sky. And forward fold. This time on your halfway, this time we're going to come into chair pose. So just bend your knees. And then sit your hips back a little bit. And then when you're ready, bring your arms up. Try to bring that weight into the back of the heel behind you so you're not leaning forward. And see if you can even lift your 10 toes while you're here. Nice, strong in both legs. Hands come into the heart. We're going to sink down a little bit lower and we're going to twist to one side. So my left elbow is coming to the outside of my right knee or anywhere on my right knee. It doesn't have to be the outside. Inhale here and press your hands together. Top elbow is coming up to the sky. And we're twisting everything out in the middle of the body. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Once more. Inhale, lengthen, keep low. And then let it go down to the ground. Coming to gorilla pose, we're going to hold on to our big toes or onto the backs of our legs, whichever you like. I'm going to hold on to the big toes with my peace fingers, and on my inhale, I'm going to lengthen. On my exhale, I'm going to pull myself down. Elbows coming out to the edges of the room, past the mat. Inhale, stay right here. Exhale, pull again. Inhale once more. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Lift all the way back up into your mountain pose. And we'll go through our series one more time, over to one side. Inhale back to center, over to the other side. Inhale back to center, open heart, back bend. Reach it up tall, and forward fold again. Bending the knees again. Squat down into your chair, lift your arms all the way up, lean back into the heel. Hands come into the heart. Twist to the other side, right elbow to left knee. Pull that right knee back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist open. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Once more in and once more out. Squeeze the belly in. Come on back to center, nice and easy. Soften in the knees. And bring your hands once again. Actually, this time let's bring our hands around the back of the legs. Clasp them together behind your legs. And on your inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, pull. So you're pulling forward with your arms. Your torso's coming down against your thighs. And make your head soft. One more breath in, one more pull out. And then let it go nice and easy. Let's roll ourselves all the way back up to the sky again. And bring our hands once again down into our heart. Remembering our intention, how is it that I want to feel today? What is it I might want to focus on? What do I want to get rid of, maybe? Bring your right leg up and forward. So we're going to step forward. And my back knee is going to be down. My back heel is going to be down. So we're coming into warrior one. So front knee is bent. Back foot is turned out just a little bit. Really rough on grass, right? Even harder than on the floor. Bend as much as you can into the front knee, but try not to twist the hips out. So you're going to try to stay forward with the hips. And we'll reach our arms up to the sky. Nice and tall, a strong, beautiful, powerful warrior. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Feel a nice stretch in the front of your body. And then we're going to straighten that leg slightly a little bit more, and we're going to fold over into pyramid pose. So hardly any movement in the feet between pyramid and warrior one. Bending in the front knee is fine. You want to relax your body over the front leg. Again, not turning into the left so much, but staying in a straight line so your hips are level. Let your head relax really long. See if you can bring your arms behind you, just a little bit of a balance challenge. Clasp them together and straighten them up towards the sky as though they were going to go overhead. And then let them down nice and soft. Bend in the front knee again. Come back through warrior one and roll into warrior two. So this takes a bit of foot shifting, because you want your back foot parallel this time to the back end of the mat. Bend really strong into your front knee and arms come out. Let the shoulders relax. Lean forward over that bent leg, drop your bottom arm down. Perfectly okay to rest your arm there, because we're going to do some stuff with our upper arm today, and let the left arm come up to the sky. Make some nice wide circles with your left arm. And just notice your breath here. And then go the other way. One more time, all the way up. And then let's bring it back to reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Work the thigh a little bit and come to your reverse. You can bring your hand behind you here, palm face away. And top arm is over your ear. Back to your inhale up to center. And your exhale brings both hands down. And scoop the right leg back to the left. You're back in your downward facing dog. Pedaling out nice and easy. One heel and then the other. Separate the legs again. Walk the hands back to meet the legs. And we're going to roll up again nice and tall. All the way up into your mountain pose once more. Bring the hands into the heart. Walk the feet together. Bring your left leg forward. Turn your right foot out slightly. Find your balance here. Find your flat spot on the earth. And then bend your knee right over your toes. And turn your hips gently towards the front of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up nice and tall. And then relax the shoulders. Powerful, strong warriors. Take a breath in, exhale, give a little bit more in that front knee. Turn the hips a little bit more to the front. On your next exhale, fold forward into pyramid pose. You can keep the knee bent, you can straighten it a little bit. Let your head hang nice and heavy. Let your back be nice and long. Clasp the hands behind you, this time opposite them on top. That'll be the uncomfortable one. And then lift up nice and tall with the arms, as if they were going to come over your head. Let your head be heavy. Reach up with the arms. And then let them go. We're going to come right back into warrior one. Take your time. Push strong through that back heel. A nice straight line. And then roll and adjust, however you need to, into your warrior two. So back foot becomes parallel, and front foot becomes maybe a little wider, and arms come out. Just start with your nice relaxed shoulders, reaching nice and tall. You guys look awesome. Extend over that front leg. Drop the bottom arm down, top arm to the sky. Nice and wide in your circles, about 3 in the first direction. Keep breathing. And then go the other way. If your head or behind me, that's totally okay. It's just your circle here. And then bring it up to the sky and do your reverse here. Keep the bent in the front knee and come reverse. Folding the back arm behind you if you like, palm faced away. Take an inhale here on your exhale, go a little further. Drop a little bit further into that front knee. Nice, come on out of it nice and easy. Hands come down to the ground, is that what we did? Yeah, I think so. Hands down to the ground, bring the left leg back. In your downward facing dog once more, pedal out. This time we'll bring the feet forward to meet the hands. We'll roll up nice and easy once again into our mountain pose. Bring your hands into your heart and sit down into your chair. Let's cross the right leg over the left. Totally okay to use a kickstand here. It doesn't have to wrap around. Especially if you're on the ground here, it's going to be more wobbly. You might need that extra foot, extra toe. And then if your right leg is on top, your left arm crosses over, and we'll swing into our eagle pose. Keep strong in the legs, keep strong in the belly. And then we'll lift our arms up so that the elbows are parallel to the shoulders. And then we'll bring them down so that they come into the belly button. Lift them up tall, elbows lift up. And bring them back down. It's widening our back muscles, giving us a nice stretch. Back up one more time. And one more time forward. Hold here, undo the top leg, and see if you can come into your airplane balance with your arms in eagle. Just giving it a try. Nice, then undo the arms, come into airplane pose, arms come behind you, shoulders away from the ears. Heart opens up. Bring the fingers to the ground, lift the right leg up to the sky as high as you can, and then bring it down next to the left. Roll up nice and easy into your mountain pose. Hands come back to the heart. Sit down in your chair. Left leg crosses over right. Bend a little bit more in that knee, a little bit more than you think you want to. And then bring right arm over left. Bring palms together. And lift up the elbows, parallel to the shoulders. Then bring them down into the belly, round over. Keep the belly strong to prevent the back from hurting. Lifting up again. And bring it down. One more time lifting up. One more time coming down. And then unwind. So you straighten your back leg, your bottom leg. You stretch your back leg out into your eagle-armed airplane. Unwind the arms. Bring them straight back behind you, palms down. Whoops. Nice, hands down to the ground, lift the left leg up to the sky. And then bring it down next to the other leg. Nice, roll yourself up one more time. Bring our hands on our lower back. Give ourselves a little back bend, so nice wide in the legs, just opening the heart. Letting the shoulders drop. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Lifting up nice and tall. And gentle forward fold, unlock the knees. You're gonna get all that tension out of the lower back here. The breath here, exhale, pull the belly in and release. Bring the left hand down to the ground, bring the right arm up to the sky. Open up in a twist. And then swap it out, right hand down, left arm lifts. And bring it back down to center. Both hands down in front. We're gonna come into a little squat, as far down as you can comfortably, and maybe gently shift your weight side to side. Just see how that feels. And bring our hands behind us. So walk our feet forward. I have my fingertips pointing forward, but you may prefer back. Just gonna do one little reverse tabletop here. Push strong into the shoulders, lifting up with the heart. Strong in the legs, and lower down, easy. Tailbone comes to the ground. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're gonna come to a nice forward fold. So just let that back open up as much as you can. Let it be heavy. Get that breath in there too. It's a nice deep breath. Going to the areas of our body that feel stressed. Let's come up a little bit. Bring your hands into the center. You're gonna dive down into this triangular diamond-shaped pool and slide the hands underneath. I like palms face up. Some people like palms face down. And we're gonna use those arms against the leg to pull ourselves forward, just to a point where it feels nice on our back. So maybe that's a long way down for you today, maybe not. Does not matter. Roll up nice and easy. All the way back up to sitting. We're gonna come down onto our backs. You can keep your knees bent. That's comfy for you. Oh, I forgot I did not wear my line back on my head hair today. So rest for just a moment. Let's let the knees come together and the feet come to the outer edges of our mat. This is a relaxing pose for our lower back, that very low sacral area. And if you can feel that area against the floor, maybe try just shifting your legs, one knee coming forward a little and then the other one. And you'll feel that rotation of the sacrum settling into the earth. This is a nice rest for low back issues, low back pain, discomfort. And we'll go a little further with that. We're going to bring our knees up to the sky and the soles of our feet on the ground, but they're nice and wide. I'm just going to windshield wiper them side to side. So we're dropping one knee down, or both knees down to one side. And then use the belly muscles as you lift them up and cross them over to the other side. So a nice, slow, mindful windshield wiper here. Paying attention to all the areas of the low back, of the side body, of the legs. And when you feel even, bring them back to center. We're going to walk our feet back towards each other and back towards the hips. So our legs are in a straight line. We're going to work a little bit with our bridge. We're going to tilt our pelvis up a little bit and push really strong into our feet. As we lift the pelvis upward, our shoulder blades can squeeze together and push into the ground. And our feet can push really strong and our legs into the earth. And notice if you have any tension in your neck and shoulders, and just try to let that go, especially in the head and neck. Let the head be kind of neutral here. And keeping the hands on the ground, we're going to lower down slowly for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, belly muscles in, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Let's bring our right knee in and give it a little hug, clasping the hands below the knee, giving it a nice pull into the belly muscles, massaging those belly muscles and also our colon. Nice and deep, and then swap it out for the left one. Pull that one in and press, 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 nice and deep down into the ribs. Now we're going to undo, bring them both in for a little hug, and then place the knees right above the hips. The further out you go, the more tension this is on the belly muscles, and this is a belly exercise. So make your back nice and flat. If you feel like it's not going to flatten out, then tilt a little bit more with the tailbone and bring the knees in a little bit closer. You want the back and the belly to stay flat to the floor, and hands come onto the knees. We're going to do our push-aways for the count of 10. So we push away with the hands as we resist by bringing the knees in, and we pull the belly muscles to the ground, and we breathe for 10, 9, 8, keep pushing, resisting, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Let the feet come down to the ground. Let the arms come wherever they feel comfortable. I like mine under my head. I don't know why. And then pull the tailbone up into your bridge pose again, stretching the front of the body, and lower it down slowly. Nice and easy. Good. Bring the knees up again. We're going to do one more set of those, pushing away. This time we're counting to 15. So pull the belly muscles in and back to the floor, and don't let them move, but do keep breathing. Shoulders relaxed. Push away for 15, 14, 13, 12. Belly to the spine. 11. Spine to the floor. 9, 8. Almost there. 7. Keep pushing. 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring the feet down. Bring the arms wherever they feel comfortable. Go into your little soft bridge here. So just lifting up, giving yourself a little bit of a stretch in the front of your body this time. And then lowering down gently top to bottom. Nice. Bring both knees in and separate them a little bit so that you have room to wind your feet. So making nice big circles with your ankles. And then switch your direction. Nice. And then just shake them out a little bit. Let's bring the legs back down onto the ground, and the arms will lift up overhead. And we're going to do our same stretch that we did standing up. So we're going to hold on to one wrist, and keeping it very low to the ground, we're just going to pull it over to one side. So in this case, my right hand is onto my left wrist, and I'm pulling open to the right. Getting a nice side body stretch. Then let it go. Hold on to the left one, and pull, pull, pull. Opening up the left side of the body. Let both arms come down here. Bring the soles of the feet one more time onto the ground, into your beginning bridge pose. But bend the knees all the way in for a hug. Give them a nice hug into the belly, and maybe rock side to side if that feels good. We're going to come into happy baby. So hold on to either the big toe, the outer or the inner part of the foot, doesn't matter, or your ankles or calves. And we're going to stretch up so that the soles of the feet are pressing up parallel to the ceiling, like you're going to stomp on the ceiling. We'll pull down gently with our arms so we feel a little bit of an opening in the hips. The more you sway in this, the more opening you'll feel. So feel free to sway side to side or to keep it still, doesn't matter. This is a hip opener. If we pretend to press our tailbone down and lengthen our spine, you can feel that stretch move into the hips. A little bit more, maybe. Then we'll let go. We'll bring both knees in again. And this time we'll stretch out the left leg and keep the right knee into the chest. And cross it over the body for a full twist. So take your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Drop it way, way, way over without lifting your right shoulder. So just as far as it goes without lifting your shoulder. Wherever that is perfect. You can keep your hand on it and keep a little pressure, keeping it open. And if you like, you can take a full twist and turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs. So I'd be looking over my right shoulder if I were twisting to the left. If this bothers your neck in any way, just keep it straight up to the sky. It's fine to do it without the neck. Stay here for a nice breath in, and on your exhale, see if you can push down another 1/4 of an inch with that leg. Inhale, stay here, exhale, drop. Inhale once more, exhale, push, push, push. Nice, then bring it back in for a hug. And we'll swap it out for the other one. Left leg comes in, right leg comes out. Clasping nice and easy underneath that knee, and then crossing it over with the right arm. Left arm can come out, sort of like a T position, drop the right leg over, a left leg over to the right. When your shoulder feels like it wants to lift, that's where you stop. Take a nice inhale here, exhale, a little more pressure on the foot, on the knee rather. You can turn your head again to the left if that feels good for a fuller twist. If not, skip it. Stay here, nice full breath in. Exhale, press a little bit more on the outer edge of the knee. Inhale again, exhale, push. Let's let go of that nice and easy. Bring it back into the chest for a hug. And then take a moment or two to just see how you would like to settle for your Shavasana. If you need to make any movements or changes, you need to get a prop or pillow, a blanket, whatever it might be. And find yourself settled back in your Shavasana, wherever that may be. If you want to move to the shade, you guys are welcome to, if you're hot. Just let me know if you're allowed. So I'm going to sit up, but I want you guys to just lie down and relax. I want to sit up. And just notice your breath. Where does your breath come from the beginning to here? See if you can bring your mind back to your intention and the calming of your thoughts. See if you got any of those feelings that you were looking for during your practice, or if you can bring them in now. It's really easy to forget our intention during yoga class, even gentle. We get distracted with what we're doing, and so totally normal. That's why we call it back every now and then. Bring a feeling of gratitude into your heart. It can be gratitude for something, someone. Can be gratitude just for being here, for a tiny little thing in your life, or for a really big thing in your life. I'm going to bring my attention to family and my gratitude for my family. We are really far apart right now, and it's hard. But we're also really healthy. For the most part, we're all doing the best that we can with what we have. As you find your own gratitude, let that be a sort of a warm feeling right in the center of your heart, and then see if you can make it spread. So maybe it goes out into your shoulders and down your arms. Maybe it goes down into your belly and down into your legs, into your heart, into your neck, into your throat, and into your head. What does that gratitude feel like to you today as you expand upon it? Remembering that gratitude does not have to be something for something huge. It can be very little, very, very tiny. I'm grateful that I'm outside today, that I have nice weather. And let each breath be a breath of gratitude. So we do that simply by, as we breathe in, we find ourselves thankful for that ability to expand our lungs, to do the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. And as we exhale, we let go, gratefully back to the plants and the trees that need that carbon dioxide to grow. It's a very beautiful exchange between nature and us. Let's see if you can find gratitude just in your breath. One more breath in a long line of breaths, and hopefully a long line of breaths to come. And begin to bring awareness into your heart and your lung area as you expand and contract with each breath. Notice the muscles that are very slightly moving as you breathe in and out on the outer part of our body, but on the inside, our diaphragm moving pretty strong. Our heart beating strong, our lungs expanding and contracting. See if you can bring awareness to that feeling and then bring gratitude for that process. Imagine each muscle of your body now just softening down into the earth, becoming heavy. Our face relaxes, the muscles of our face Face drop down towards the mat, towards the earth. Tension in our forehead or the area of our ears and our jaw soften. Our shoulders become heavy. Belly just follows that breath with no effort, expanding and contracting. And our legs begin to soften and become very heavy on the mat. Let your feet be relaxed as well, as heavy as they can be, down into the ground. Your arms, your hands, your fingers. In this position, bring that feeling of gratitude back. This time, let it shine like a beautiful, soft sun on your whole body. Grateful for every cell of our body. Every centimeter of our body. Every liquid, every solid, every muscle, every tendon. Then imagine that feeling of gratitude like a big warm sun is just wrapping you up in a really big hug. Definitely not had enough hugs lately from people, so give yourself an extra one here from this feeling of gratitude, and know that it comes from all of us to each other and out into the world. And come back to one thing that you can feel, one thing you can smell, one thing you can taste. One thing you can hear. And gently blink your eyes open and notice the first thing that you see. Maybe once again, focus on it a little bit more than we normally would, paying a little bit more attention to the detail. Reaching the arms all the way overhead, whether you're on your back, on your front, on your seat, reaching nice and tall up to the sky. And then letting go, bringing the arms back down to your side. If you're on your back, I'm going to have you move your heels up towards your hips and gently rock your knees side to side, waking your body up nice and easy, bringing it back into the real world, on your mat, in your surroundings. And then we'll roll gently onto one side and walk ourselves up to a seat. Whatever is comfortable for us today, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy, whatever feels good to you. And once you're in your seat nice and tall, come back to that nice tall back, dropping shoulders away from ears. Feeling that beautiful fill and emptying of the body. Grateful for every breath that we take today. Bring our hands into our heart and we'll tap gently on the sternum. Keeping our immune system healthy, alive, strong, and well taken care of. Bring the hands to stillness, and as you feel that warmth of the thumb connecting with the heart space, fill it up once again with gratitude. Today I'm going to challenge you with finding one thing that you're grateful for and maybe sharing it with another person. So maybe telling them that you're grateful for them. Taking it one step further than just feeling the gratitude, the next step is sharing it. So letting someone know something that you're grateful for, letting someone know that you're grateful for them, whatever it may be, and however you may message that, it may not be in person. Today I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity to spend some time with my friends and my family, The light that lives inside of me sees and honors, bows to, and celebrates the amazing light in each of you. Namaste.